My name is Gavin Beegan. I am the current programming director for Bearcast, but when people ask, I usually say I'm the radio guy, just because most of the stuff I do pertains to radio or podcasts. So Bearcast, at least in my understanding, is a student media organization with basically limitless potential. So we're set up in that we have a couple different departments. We're obviously more than willing to add to those if we have a department that doesn't exist that should. But the basis is we bring your creative ideas to life. So we have audio routes, we have video routes, and between the two of those we do a pretty good job of taking people's content and making it into a reality. So ideally we'd like to become an indispensable asset to the University of Cincinnati campus. That will come with time, but Bearcast is the one and only student radio organization for the University of Cincinnati. So I actually started in Bearcast kind of on a whim. A buddy of mine, Brendan Mitchell, the former BTV director, said, hey, you got to show up to this meeting. There's free pizza and you have to go or else I will hunt you down. So I decided to go, and that was kind of the start of it all. You know, I showed up to my first meeting. I started my own radio show, The Variety Trio, and kind of went from there. Eventually, you know, climbed up the ranks to radio director, and that's where I'm at now. I've been happy with it ever since. So the best advice I could give someone that's new to Bearcast is really just go at it with your all, give it your all, and see what happens. You take an idea that you want to become a reality and bring it to Bearcast, say, hey, here's my pitch. We'll take it to whatever department it fits best with and really do our best to make that something, whether it's, you know, a really niche podcast or, you know, the top hits of the 2020s. We can turn that into some great content that, you know, people might be interested in. The best advice that if I could go back and give myself the advice as to, you know, a new student entering the University of Cincinnati, trying to figure out what to do in Clifton, I would say check out Ludlow. It's a street, but also a neighborhood. It's this great little strip. It's got the Esquire Theater, which shows a lot of indie films, but also some bigger stuff. They do the Rocky Horror Picture Show there, which I'm a big fan of. There's a bunch of great restaurants, library branch over there, all sorts of stuff to do, a couple bars, but I'd really recommend to a new student at UC, really get out there and explore, because that's one thing that I kind of regret not doing myself, is checking out, you know, what Cincinnati has to offer to me. So now I'm at the point where I'm a senior, I'm finally getting around to it, and it's like, wow, I've been missing out on this for 4 years. So I really just recommend exploring. There's no harm in it, and there's a lot that Cincinnati has to offer.
Do you believe in aliens, then?
Do I believe in aliens? I'd like to think that there's people out there, or something out there that is doing as well, if not better than we are.